Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel. Now there are 7 key factors that got the first influential woman in my life to achieve her goal. She is my mum. So in honour of International Women's Month, let me tell you and show you how these 7 factors can also help us today. So my mum was born in Jamaica. She's the 5th child of 11 to my grandparents. And she came to the UK as part of the Windrush generation. Now, if you don't know, that was a really difficult transition for many that came from the Caribbean. However, there are 7 key factors that got my mum through and where she was able to execute her goal. Now, they are family, community, faith, vision, resilience and determination, money management, and discipline. So let's talk about this. So when my mum came to the UK, lucky for her, she didn't have to go through the racial discrimination that was very obvious when you wanted to find accommodation. So when they would turn up on doors and it would blatantly say no Irish, no black and no dogs. She didn't need to go through that. What happened with my mum was she was actually, my father came over first and then she came over and she went straight to live with her cousin. So she didn't need to go through that. Then what happened was when they got married, then they moved into my father's cousin's house until they were both able to buy their own home. So that's where family was really instrumental and important. Now, community. So my mum joined a church community in the UK. And the good thing about this church community was there was familiar people that she already knew from back in Jamaica. So it was like coming across, seeing people that she knew and joining this really good church community. Now, being a part of a community, especially where you have a shared faith in God, I believe that was one of the most powerful things that got her through the majority of her life when she was in the UK. Especially, she didn't want to be here. It was not her dream to come to this country. As it was in those days, that's what happened. Now, my mum actually went through a lot of difficult and hard situations when she lived in the UK. But she always had a dream to return back to her homeland. That was always, any conversation you'd have with her, that was what she wanted to do. Now, she was a hustler, as they would call it back then. I remember at one point my mum was actually doing 3 jobs just to earn some money and literally to keep a roof over me and my siblings' head. So she managed to do this to the best of her ability, right? I mean, nowadays we try and find other ways that we can do this. But back then she did the best what she could with what she had. And she was a hustler in every sense of the word. She was willing to put herself out there and put things on the line just to be able to help us to grow up into the home that we did. Now, her money management method was really, really simple, right? It was just, she'd always say, make sure you save, make sure you put some money down, right? But she saved, and she was not just saving, but she was disciplined with it. Now, how did she manage to do this? She mainly did this via what we call a partner scheme. And I know different people call it different things, but that's what we called it, a partner scheme, right? So how did this system work? Well, the main person who ran the partner, they would collect a fixed sum of cash from all of the members every week. So let's say, for example, that there were 10 people in the scheme and that they all contributed £50 every week. So you all paid £50 into the money pot. So that would be a total of £500. So that would mean that every week, one of the members would be able to get a payout of £500. And it would continue every week until all 10 members received back their £500 within that period. And then they would all start all over again. And I remember even at a very young age, like even as an adult, but a young adult, that I also joined a partner scheme as well. And it really enabled and helped me to pay for some of my early holidays. Now, my mum, amidst everything that she went through, all the difficulties of being a single parent, trying to make sure the home was kept warm, make sure we had food to eat and all the rest of it, she never ever let go of that dream. And I'm happy to say that my mum was able to retire at the age of 50 and fulfill her dream of returning back to her beautiful home of Jamaica. So let's look again at those key factors of my mum's journey and how we can then use those and apply them to our own life. So when the odds appear to be stacked against you, right, you are still able to fulfill your dream. So one of the most important things is to have family or community, a sense of belonging, right? We all need that as human beings. That's one of the fundamental things that we love. As much as you may be an introvert and your energy may be boosted when you're alone, but we all have this sense of belonging. So whether you have family or a community, if you don't have family, you want to have some people that's going to help to keep you accountable, as well as be there as a support mechanism, right? The next thing is vision. So she knew what she wanted. She knew she wanted to go back. She never wanted to come here in the first place, but as it happened, she did, and here we are. But she always had at the forefront of her mind she was going to go back. So it's important to have a vision or that financial plan. What are you working towards? Then resilience, right? Resilience and determination, because we know life can be lifing. Life gets tough, right? But you just need to be able to get through it, however you can get through it, by keeping your eye on the prize, the goal. And then money management. So we talk about that now. We have so much information on money management and people telling you and teaching you financial literacy. Whatever method you choose, whatever works for you, what's important is that you do have some type of method, some type of way. So I talk about it on here about having your plans, your financial plans, and then having a budget. You need to execute the goal. So whatever it is, you want to make sure that you have some type of money management method or structure to be able to help you, because it's so much easier to achieve your goals when you have proper structure in place. So again, in honor of my mum, for International Women's Month, inspirational in every way to me, I honour her. So why don't you let me know in the comments who's inspired you, what lessons have you learned, and see if you can apply them to money or finances. Let me know in the comments. Let's share together. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on another video soon. Remember to subscribe.